You gotta think for yourself or you gonna be a crash dummy. Yeah. You gotta clear your mind or you gonna crash out. Yeah. If you don't use your third eye, your two eyes don't see shit. Yeah. Follow your mind and your ass will follow. We talking about the divine mind, not the conscious mind. I be dealing with people, talking to people, and this shit is crazy. You know why? Like, I'm a psychedelic. I'm a psychonaut. You know, I done been on different types of different planes of existence and travel sexually with my partners and stuff like that. But when you doing it nowadays, a different thing is happening. Like, it don't be popping off sexually like it used to. It's a whole different vibration, a whole different frequency with these people out here in these streets. Peace, peace. And it's like, if a motherfucker don't start talking about the spiritual realm, then 10 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, they influenced by it. It's like, what have you overcame? Because the reality of all life is that you demonically possess, and then you have to go through the ways for which you are possessed and the shit that you overcame. If you can't bear witness to the shit that you overcame, you still possess. This is why submission is the number one rule to the game, to opening yourself up to spiritual things. Because the demonic presence is real. Demonic energy is real. I was chilling with, this happened multiple times. I be chilling with somebody and they might know, like, damn, Hood, you got the shrooms. Let's do some shrooms together. I'm like, all right, let's do some shrooms together then, fuck it. And my energy is very much on the love frequency. Like, I vibrate completely, entirely on a love vibration and frequency. Set this up. If it's not necessarily love, then I don't really fuck with it. Like, I'm more or less like, if like the conversation and the energy and the vibration, like, it have to be specifically on love, or I ain't dealing with it. Because love exorcises the demons. No matter what. It could be a person smacking you in the face. You can give them a sandwich, and that demon will come out of them, and they'll give you a hug like, thank you. Like, there's people in your life right now that you don't like. But it's not them that you don't like, it's the demonic energy that is within them. It's motherfuckers who feel like if they get money, that everything is going to be fine. But you never get a conversation in the spiritual community about getting rid of the demonic energies within you. And it's like, we all want these things. We all trying to click up with these people and have a whole bunch of people around us and surrounding us. But when you in a group of people who haven't specifically said that they have exorcised the demons, then you have to imply or deduce or come to the hypothesis that you are surrounded by demons. Because we're ignorant of the spiritual realms and the spiritual worlds, we want to act like they don't exist, but then we want to gasp when we read the news, right? I can't believe that shit happened with that shit. That was random. That was senseless. Did you see Nelly on the video? It ain't drugs. It's possession. It's not alcohol. It's possession. It's not pills. It's possession. It's not sex. It's possession. It's not depression. It's possession. They will, like, you could Google this, bro. Antidepressants are no longer working. I got my laptop with me right now. I can Google that shit myself. Quiet as kept. I just want to see if it's a such article in reference to not being able to damn take these antidepressants any longer. I'm gonna show you something. If you feel like your antidepressants has stopped working, you are not alone. This is from hopkinsmedicine.org. It is common for a medication that once worked wonders to become ineffective, especially if you've been taking it for a long time. Antidepressants is not going to work. Your doctor not going to be able to help you. So that means the therapy not going to help. The counseling sessions not going to help. It might be a buffer. It might be a placebo effect. But the true shit is that niggas need an exorcist. And they need an exorcism. They need to pull the demon out of your fucking body. Niggas ain't ready for this type of conversation. You know why motherfuckers ain't ready for this type of conversation? Because the demon is alive within. Fuck this nigga talking about. A demon will have you looking at me crazy, and I'm just using plain English. And I don't even know you personally. I ain't even make you click on the video. But your demon inside of you will be looking at me trying to figure out, oh, you old fat black ass nigga. You old stupid ass nigga. Talking shit to me. I didn't even make you click on this video, fam. You got anger towards me. You don't like me. No, it's that demon inside of you that don't like me. I literally don't know you. I literally have no idea of who's going to click on this video, who's not going to click on this video. All I know is the spirit of the world, and I know how to speak directly to that spirit and agitate that spirit. Cause the love that's within me is going to attract a demon. Cause it's my job. I know my job. I done been with enough people. I done vibed with enough people. I done talked to enough people to whereas I know who I am. So in reference to sitting down with this young lady, asked her a simple question. I said, who are you and what do you do? The demon didn't like that. The demon got real upset. Because the demon wants you to be so confused on the most important fundamental aspect of your whole entire being. Who you are. Not who you are as a mom. Not who you are as a human. Not who you are as a sister. Not who you are as a grandfather. Not who you are as a stripper. Not who you are as a chef. You niggas be so concerned with who you are in the human aspects, and that is still rooms for demonic possession. Don't think because you got a CEO job that you could not be being led by a demon. Your job, your money, your love, everything that you find joyful and physical could be rooted in a demonic possession. But that's not the end of the story. You might find yourself in fucked up positions as a spiritual being. You got to figure out how to overcome this shit. And it's simple. Submit. Stop thinking that you know what you need to do. It is your soul that knows what needs to be done. When you think that you know what you need to be do, you're only allowing the demon to ride your ass. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. You don't know who you are. You don't know your spiritual gifts. You don't know what it is, your purpose that you bring to the world. You are so concerned with what you are getting. So the negative situation is not the end of the story, but it is definitely a part of the demonic possession. When you idealize, when you put on a pedestal demonology, you're the same person that will sell your soul for money. Cause it's to and fro. It's light and dark. It is not one or the other. So in order to get to the light, you got to go through the dark. To get to the jewel of spiritual understanding, you have to overcome some fucked up shit, or else you're not even going to understand nothing. It's very simple. You won't understand good until you understand bad. And then to understand genius is not a conscious pursuit. True genius is from the soul. True genius is, I don't know how I figured it out, but I figured it out anyways. That's genius. Not being able to think and to manifest a life, but not to think on how specifically you manifested the life, but yet and still you created it. That is genius. To know that everything is going to work out in your favor without actually knowing it, that is genius. To rid yourself of certain negative qualities, certain negative actions for the benefit of your overall beingness, that is genius. The removal is much more genius than the addition. When you reference the demonic, it is more and more and greater and greater and more and more and more and more and more and more, and it does not access the soul. What truly accesses the soul is purification. This is the greatest gift that you ever could have. Very few take advantage of the opportunity to purify the mind, to purify the body. And then some people go as far as to purify one aspect. So there's a lot of people that I know that purify the body. They do detox after detox after detox, but they never purify the mind. They never purify the womb where the sexual trauma took place. And when we reference sexual trauma, we need to understand that consensual, casual sex is sexual trauma. Because the relationship didn't work out in the ways for which it is healthy and beneficial. It is now a memory. It is now attached to your etheric and electrical beingness. So if you had an electrical current going to and fro and you put something heavy upon the electrical current, then that stops the electrical flow. And if you stop the electrical flow on top of the current, then no electricity is going to come out of the socket. So whatever I'm trying to power is not going to power. So when you talk about our young women and referencing and understanding their true divinity, it is mired and mucked through casual sex. Boyfriend, girlfriends. And then when it comes to, okay, what do I need to do? Let's just keep listening to niggas. Let's just keep intaking information. That's the demon. That's the demon living rent-free in your beingness. Whenever you start to say, I'm going to stop doing what I've been doing, regardless of what you love. I love Gucci Mane. I'm going to stop listening to Gucci Mane. Now the demon is upset. Please and please, oh please, don't think that. It's very biblical, and I don't want to get into the ins and outs, but please don't think that the music don't carry demons. Don't think that the entertainment don't carry demons. Energetic beings that'll latch on to your DNA and block your code, block your purpose. Now the demons is not negative. When you overcome the demons, it becomes positive, but you got to understand this process. The exorcism needs to take place. And you imagine a human being that has been fully exorcised of demonic energy is completely whole, because they understand that the world is not built up full of lilies and roses and rainbows and daffodils. It's some goddamn gruesome, vicious motherfucking beast that can latch on to your energy in the form of a lace front wig, in the form of some faux locks, in the form of some makeup. Underneath all of that shit is a complete and utter monster, because the reality of spiritual life is a very simple word: submit and purify. Ain't no extra shit to it. Even if it is extra shit to it, if you don't purify, if you don't submit, you're not going to be actually directed and led properly. You'll be trying to make up and trying to make it right and trying to trying to fill in the holes. Niggas be trying to put the toothpaste back into the toothpaste tube after they done squeezed it out with all of their might. And it's like, well, if you squeezed it out with all of your might, if you fucked up your life, if you did everything wrong, well then it's time to submit. It's time to release. In reference to anybody who get triggered by anything that I'm saying, you got to understand it is not you that is triggered. It is the demon that's being triggered. Any type of upset energy, any type of anger that you referencing have nothing to do with me. Because that demon been living inside of your life rent-free this whole entire time, and you never looked at yourself as being possessed by a demonic entity. You've never overcame shit. You never purified nothing. You never cleared nothing away. You never learned any lessons, but you can get on the internet and try to act like you know something, or try to pinpoint on shit that another motherfucker's doing who put out a video not for you to specifically watch. I made it. I put this video out as a demon trap. And it's for anybody who wants to get angry. I want you to watch this video and feel that anger and understand that anger have nothing to do with you, because you're a spiritual being made out of pure, unconditional love. I am an exorcist. I am here to drive and pull out that fucking demon out of your fucking heart, so you can love your goddamn kids, love your goddamn girlfriend, love your goddamn self. Stop goddamn watching that porn every night to go to fucking sleep, and get you a goddamn softie to lay next to and rub on her booty and eat her goddamn booty hole whenever you feel like it, as opposed to imagining that you got a softie next to you. That's not a real thing. That is some porno shit. That dildo that dildo is a result of a demonic possession. That's not a real man. Let me burst your bubble. Real men ain't gonna fuck you like that. Real men can't fuck you and lick the clit at the same time. We just not physically able. Our bones and structure not built that way. But if you would indulge in said practices, don't expect to then get a real man that's gonna love you in the ways that your toys do. We don't got that many appendages, and we not that flexible. But when you live in your life unconscious, not in the reality of nature, not in the reality of the cosmos, in the reality of the soul, you completely in your lower dimensions. All you can think of is hate and negativity, because that's your drive to pull you up into something better. And at first, and for a long time, it take people a whole lifetime to realize the person that I hated, the person that I despised, the person that I didn't agree with, the person that I wanted to beat up, the person that I hated was myself. And why did I hate myself so much? Because I didn't even take the time to even see myself for who I am. I allowed myself to get so low and so open that these spiritual vultures latched onto my energy. And I let them direct me. And this is why when people on their deathbed, they get these epiphanies. Because the demon know that it got to find another host. A motherfucker can ride you up into that point. A motherfucker can have you out here doing dumb shit. I dare whatever city you live in today, go on their YouTube page, their news page, and just watch the assortment of dumb shit being laid out in front of your eyes. It wouldn't never make sense logically in the space of humanity. The only way it makes sense is that demonic possession is real. And let me explain demonic possession. In Christian mythology, they call it hell. In African practices, they call it the bardo. But it's this plane of existence of spiritual beings that exit the body in a violent way. Or spiritual beings that do not have proper burials. You got to start to ask yourself a question. Why does humans and some animals properly bury bodies? And then when they're not properly buried, we instinctively or innately feel like, well, that's not right. I mean, you wasn't the greatest person, but he at least deserved a proper burial. Well, when these things don't, like when you get lost in the woods and some shit, crazy shit happen to you, all these spirits are, because you're not supposed to stay in this dimension. But these spirits, they need retribution. They need atonement. And they cannot get atonement outside in the spiritual realm because humans is virtually blind to this realm. Is what I'm saying making sense? Put one in the chat. But I'm going to keep going. Past this point, you do not have to be subjected to spirits. You do not have to be put in the face of negative entities. However, your girlfriend break up with you, cool. Something weird happened to you, you kind of fat, you kind of ugly, it's a school dance, nobody asks you out to the dance type shit. Or what I know, like a personal experience, your mom and dad die violently at a young age before you can formatively process it. And so your energy and vibration get down so low that it literally opens you up to these demonic forces. And what these demonic forces do, since they are spiritual beings, they have a certain level of grace. Not all, but some have a level of grace or psychic ability because they don't live wholly within you. They can help you kind of figure some shit out. And so in the space of that, you get a lot of intuitive, empathic people who feel like, okay, I can read a bitch, or I can, motherfuckers can get with my juxtapositions. I done figured it out. So crown me spiritual bitch of Amor without realizing that, bitch, that could be a low-life demonic entity possessing you, giving you low-grade psychic abilities. It's only when you start to feel like spirit have blessed you or spirit is working good in your favor that, I don't know. Because in reality, like if you in reality, you know that shit. Yeah, I might be good at this, but it took me some time to perfect it. I know the ins and outs, muscle memory, my guy. Like I've actually done this. Versus a motherfucker who see you, be like, damn, I want to do that. I want to be like this. I want to be like this nigga over here. So let me emulate, let me copy, let me be, that type of deal. So it's people like that would just simply copy a motherfucker who put in the work. Y'all would have to understand that spiritually, it's 99% of motherfuckers are just doing that. You feel me? Like they just looking at what another motherfucker do, listening to what another motherfucker say, and regurgitating it in their own little funky little kind of way. All I'm going to say is, it's not going to exorcise no demons. It's not going to get you to a point of clear sentience and clear audience in connection with your soul. It's going to have you chasing. It's going to have you spending money. It's going to have you doing a whole bunch of weird shit in the name of a person that don't actually know some shit. So, all right, in the space of everything that I just said, if you really wanted to exorcise a demon out of yourself or somebody that you love, you got to get into the space of unconditional love. You have to give them everything that you need. See, the demon don't like that. The demon like when your girlfriend piss you off. The demon wants you to argue with her, right? The demon wants you to say, you no good, low down, dirty motherfucker, right? That's what the demon want to do, because this is the energy and the vibration that it's trying to create. Now, as a spiritual being, you gotta learn to love unconditionally. This will shake any demon out of your house. This will shake any demon out of your relationship. This will shake any demon out of a person that you're trying to get to know. I'm not saying be gullible. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm saying when you got that urge to get mad or to get angry or to be pissed off, find it in your heart to get into some unconditional love habits, some unconditional love synchronicities. Have the conversation. Keep your energy in check. If you see a person in a low grade demonic state and they trying to pull you down into that low grade demonic state, you got to stay in high vibrations, and it could be happening right in front of you. And it could be like, when you feel like you need to say something, but the words ain't there or what you need to say, so you just start saying anything and you sound crazy. Well, that's not unconditional love. Sometimes unconditional love is you not saying a thing at all. What I'm saying is, in these spaces where the demon exists, the person who houses the demon has to be introspective. I know it's a lot of people that deal with this every single day because it's real, okay? And it's nothing that you can do, right? That person literally has to be introspective to see the demon operate within their everyday experiences. Because the demon go to and fro, and you can get a particular vibration with a person, and you like, damn, I love this motherfucker. This motherfucker the best person in the whole world. And then the next moment you like, well, damn. And then you can kind of get used to it, and it can kind of have a hold onto your heart and a hold on to how you actually gonna feel, because it's like you got a limit a lot of time, because that demon is that literal psychic limit. It's a contract that is binding. It is real. So the only thing that's wise for you to do is to release it. Now, this has never happened naturally for me. If it does happen naturally for you, you know, congratulations. Tell me the tips. This has only happened when, you know, we casually sitting back, you know, took a couple shrooms and shit, whatever, microdose capsules, whatever, eat a salad or whatever, think you gonna have a trippy time, motherfucking demons start feeling uncomfortable, because it's something about the love vibration that is kind of high, and the conversations get kind of deep. And the person that's having the experience is not me talking to them, it's them seeing themselves in a way that they never seen themselves. And maybe I'm just the nigga that's holding up the mirror, because I'm not gonna say nothing. I might want to say something, but like I said, the words, they not there. And even in the midst of me having this conversation, I came to the realization that I'm not supposed to say shit. As much as I talk and as much as my mouth be going, I'm supposed to be the fuck quiet. And they're supposed to see themselves. And that to me is the greatest gift in the spiritual journey right there, for people to actually see themselves and to see where they fucking up and to see where they holding on to shit. You know what I'm saying? And learn to really get into the minutia of the spiritual world within themselves, because it is very powerful, you know. Just wanted to share that, man, because I had like a whole bunch of video clips, and it was kind of dark. And I was like, I ain't about to upload this because this is kind of dark. It's a lot of weird shit that's happening. I was gonna do a truth is stranger than fiction, but I'ma just take the L on that and keep the vibrations high, you know, and don't give up, you know. If you are feeling dark, if you are feeling down, I'm gonna tell you the solution is tapping into the love frequency within your heart and tapping into the unconditional love that's within your heart. We all have unconditional love vibrating within us. If we didn't have unconditional love vibrating within us right now at this moment, we would not be alive. You are alive but for the grace of God. Like, you have no control over that. So just in that space of being connected to the electromagnetic pulse of the universe is a testimony of unconditional love. So if a bitch is sad about some shit, you as her man don't have to be sad shaming the hoe. I think I just made that word up. Not hoe, but sad shaming, because she feeling a certain type of way. Tap into that frequency of, you know, not in an enabling type of way, but in a spiritual way, you know? And when I say tap into that frequency, I mean go to whiterabbitpsych.com, get her some microdose capsules, you know what I'm saying? And be her guide as she trips. Like, say on some real shit though, give your girl a 3.5 of some shrooms and be her trip setter. Don't be on no freaky shit. Just be like, no, I just want you to talk to me. and y'all will get closer. I guarantee you. If y'all don't get closer in that space, if y'all don't trip set for each other and y'all don't get closer, I'll give you your fucking money back. I will give you your money back. I guarantee you. Cause that's just what, you know, me and my wife did. You feel me? And this is how we got closer. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that I done kicked it with and vibe with. This is how we got closer. So it's real. So I hope y'all can tap into it.